I'm Katie. Welcome to my channel, Duckpotatoe's World. This is my knitting vlog, created to create, and it has been a little over a month since I got to visit with you all again, so we have a lot of stuff to talk about, and I'm excited to share so many things with you. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. I'm happy to have all of you here with me tonight, so grab whatever you are working on so you can work while I talk, and I've got all kinds of fun stuff to show you. To start with, I am not wearing any knitting today. It is 103 today, and it has been in the hundreds for the last several weeks. Even when I was in Arkansas, it was in the hundreds there. So I haven't worn a whole lot of knitting lately. I did wear some knitting while I was in the shop in Arkansas, but I don't have anything on that I knit tonight. It's just too hot. But you know, hot doesn't last forever, so hopefully we'll cool off soon and we can pull out some knitty things to wear. Now to talk about the things that I am finished with. So last month I showed you that I was working on some little toys for my niece, and I was calling them Mr. and Mrs. Sparkle Pants, and they're done. So meet Mr. Sparkle Pants and Mrs. Sparkle Pants. These are so fun. They're from a pattern called Nubblechin, and it was a free pattern on Ravelry. And you know, for as small as they are, they took a surprisingly long time to knit, but they are so worth it. They are going to be the first birthday present, or the presents for my niece's first birthday is what they're going to be. So they are totally done. I think last month I had knit Mr. Sparkle Pants like down to here, and so I have finished his legs and hat and fixed his head up since then. And Mrs. Sparkle Pants, I finished her entirely since I was last talking to you guys. So that is them. And the other thing that I finished was I did make my Sock Week socks. Now, I did not finish both socks in 1 week, but I got them both done in 8 days, which is still hands down the fastest I've ever knit hand knit socks. So these were not done on my machine. I did them entirely by hand. I manually striped the legs. The pattern was called Scoops Ahoy, and it was a free pattern on Ravelry. And it was a fun pattern. It had some options and different things you could do. One of the things I did was I put this little purled anchor on the foot. You really can't see it on the blockers, but even when it's not on the blockers, you really can't see it. I probably wouldn't do that again, but I did it for these. They have a nice little cable in the cuff, which was fun, and I love the way they're striped, and there's some color work down on the toe. You can see that there. There's kind of, if you can see the anchor, it's like right at the top of the instep. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with these. They were fun to knit. They're a little big on me, which is weird. I don't ever knit gauge swatches for a sock, because basically the sock is a gauge swatch. And usually there's like a pretty wide range of what I can consider to fit. It could be a little loose, it could be a little tight. I don't really care, but these were a little, they're a little looser than I would have liked. So I guess next time I do by hand socks, I need to do a smaller needle size. And yeah, those are the only two things I've finished. And I do have lots of, nothing really new that I'm working on, I don't think. Most of the things I'm working on are things I have been working on. So I'm still working on, oops, not that. This one, here we go. I'm still working on the April cowl by, let's see if I can remember who it's by. I'll check my notes. This is by Joe Allport, and I have done everything above the gummy bear, so not a whole lot. I really just pick this up every now and then. It doesn't have a deadline, and I'm not in a big hurry, but I did do a little bit on that. And I have done quite a bit on my Enchanted Forest. So let me show you that. Still love this shawl, but it is slow going because we have a lot of stitches on here now. So you can see the rose is where I was at last time that I podcasted. Oop. So I know it doesn't look like I did very much. I did like finished a section and did maybe half of another section. But these rows are so long. They're like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 100, 200, 300, 400, 450 stitches, and they're still growing every row. So it is definitely still going, and it's going to be a beautiful, big, 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 wonderful shawl when I get it done. But it's a little slow, I'll admit. It just is a little slow. My new goal for this is to have it done by December, because the last thing that I do on this project is a ruffle. And if we are already at, what did I say, 450 stitches, that ruffle is going to be around 1,200 stitches. Yeah, so hopefully I'll have it done by the end of the year. That is my goal. I'm kind of aiming for 1 section a month until I get it finished, and then that should be good on this. This is beautiful yarn. It's all Hot Springs Fiber Company yarn that I dyed myself back in February, and I love it. So that is going well. I did cast on something new since I talked to you last. These are some socks that I am hand knitting 2 at a time. So I've got the cuff almost done. I'll probably go a little further on that. But I'm teaching a friend of mine to knit socks 2 at a time. So I just have a pair to go with hers so we can kind of do them together. And let's see, what else am I working on? I am still working on my knit bit blanket, but I don't think I have made any more squares this month. Let me check on that. No, I don't think I added to it this month. I have some yarn I plan to add to it that I've added to the pile, but I don't think I've actually sat down and knit any more squares on my blanket. So I won't show that one this time. It needs to be worked on a little more. And let's see, what else do I have? Oh, my blanket of knowledge. I need to talk about that. So I did receive the July blanket of knowledge yarn, and it's lovely. And I did start another July block. I've already finished 2 July blocks. They just weren't in the July color. So I've started it, but I haven't got very far. I love the little turtle stitch marker here. I don't know if you can see it. See if it'll focus on it. He's super cute. So I need to work on that to get it done. That won't take very long. I just need to sit down and do it. So that's blanket of knowledge, and I've already showed you the finished July blocks in a previous episode. And it is August, well, it's August 5th right now, but I'm sure you won't be seeing this till the 6th. But it's too soon for the new August stuff to be out for the blanket of knowledge yet, but I am going to do that for another year. In fact, Hot Springs Fiber Company has released all new color stories. So if you are interested in joining the blanket of knowledge, but you didn't see a photograph that inspired you last year, you should check them out this year. They're all new photographs up for colorways, and they're so pretty. I think I'm going to be doing the cabin in the woods, which is what my son actually picked because he wants this blanket, the second one. So getting excited about new colors. And let's see, am I working on anything else? Oh, the socks, the blue socks that I have the cuff done, that's the Petty Harbor pattern that I also got from Ravelry for free. And my April cow I talked about in the Enchanted Forest. Yeah, that's it. That's all that I'm working on, my blanket of knowledge. So what's really gonna be a big chunk of this episode this week is my acquisitions. Because if you have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I just spent 12 days with Hot Springs Fiber Company in Arkansas. It was their 1-year anniversary, and we had celebrations like every day and all kinds of cool giveaways and prizes, and we were just crazy busy. But it happened to coincide with the Arkansas Yarn Crawl. So in addition to spending 12 days at Hot Springs Fiber Company, I also hit up the 3 southern stores that were part of the Arkansas Yarn Crawl. And you guys have so much stuff. I got so much yarn. I literally needed like a second suitcase to come home just to hold my yarn. Excuse me. So I'm not going to bore you with like every single skein, but we will at least go through some of the goodies, and I will have some goodies for you too. So to start with, let's look at what I got in the yarn crawl shops. So the first shop that I stopped at was Knit Unto Others in Arkadelphia. And I bought this set with this pattern. And this was the yarn that goes with it. And I to knit this little shawlette. And I bought that for myself, and I'm very excited about it. I also bought the cutest pen, you guys. Look at that. It says, I knit past my bedtime. It's funny because it's true. My husband thought that was really funny. And then I also went to the Arkansas Yarn Company on my way in. That's in Malvern. And I did buy some yarn, but I'm not going to show that to you yet because that yarn is going to be part of this month's giveaway. But I also got this super cute little sticker that I love. Oh, and I got this sticker too. I think I got this one though at Knit Unto Others. I love stickers. Stickers are so fun. But the really neat thing I got from Malvern is this handy little yarn caddy. I'm going to show you. So I saw this on their Instagram and I was like, ooh, I have to have one of these. They are so fun. I haven't used it yet, but I will. So you put just little pieces of wood, you can see it there, and you slide it in like this. And then what you do is you set your ball of yarn on the spindle, like that. This ball of yarn is kind of used up, but you get the idea. And then you hook this on here, ta-da, and then you have like this little wristlet, and you can carry your yarn and knit. Isn't that cute? I thought it was the cutest thing in the world. So I drove all the way to Malvern. This was the #1 thing I wanted to get there. And of course, Lori, who's the owner of the shop there, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, we're sold out. I was like, no. And I was all sad. And then one of the other customers was like, no, you're not. There's one right there. And she's like pointing. And Lori's like, no, I sold them all. And she's like, oh, that's the display. She's like, would you be willing to buy the display? And I was like, absolutely. So I got the very last one, which I was very, very happy to get one. So I'm very excited about this. But I think you can actually get them also on Etsy because we were looking it up. It's called Lemonwood. And they have a lot of, their Etsy shop has a lot of really beautiful wooden items for sale that can be yarn related. They have like a stationary caddy that you can put your yarn on, and they have the mini caddies and just all kinds of beautiful things. So you should definitely check them out. From Malvern, I went on to Hot Springs, where is the majority of my yarn did come from, and so I will show you. Oh, I did get also, I forgot this. It's a very cute yarn crawl bag. That was fun. I always love a new bag. But anyways, so I have all kinds of goodies here. Alright, I'm not going to show you everything because nobody has that kind of time. I don't, you don't, nobody has. But I'm going to show you some of my favorite things. So this is a Prism Gradient set called Gradient Northwoods. I'm sorry, it's kind of shiny. Not sure how to make that not shiny, but it is, I think they're 25 gram mini skeins, actually, if I'm not mistaken. It says 2 ounces. I don't know how many grams that would be, but I want to say that it was a little more than 2 grams. But anyways, Tracy gave this to me for my Deception Pass cape that I'm going to be making. I had bought some Isola for it, but this is going to make it really pretty. I'll put a picture of the pattern up here so you can see the cape. But I plan to do that with that. And then we spent the day before I left, we spent some time playing in her yarn studio, dyeing up different things. And we dyed what's going to be my new favorite thing. It is the Camo Rainbow. So we totally had fun making highlighter color splashes on a camo inspired background. And I was not going to take all of them, but let's be realistic, I took all of them because I have to have the whole rainbow. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with these. I mean, I'm going to make socks. It's on her Seriously sock base. But I think I don't know if I'm going to make just different sets of socks or exactly how I'm going to use them up. I do have some duplicates of the green and the orange because my sons wanted camo socks too, so I may do some different things with that, but I just love them. We had the most fun dyeing these up, and they are so pretty. Now I also got, oh, way over here, pardon me. We're making do with what we got in terms of space today. I won one of the Hot Springs Fiber Company prize giveaways, which was very exciting. I actually drew my own number, which was really funny. But I got a Biased Opinion shawl kit. So this is her pattern, the Biased Opinion pattern. And I got this yarn, which is called Kindred Spirits from the Alpaca Yarn Company, to knit it in. And it's 2 skeins of mohair with a skein of fingering weight. And it should be enough to make the Biased Opinion shawl. So I'm very excited about that. That was one of the few Hot Springs Fiber Company patterns I did not already have plans to knit, so it was a perfect win. Now I can knit it. And then I also did pick up my sock box. So y'all all know I've given Tracy a hard time because I didn't get the tri-tip box. So she made sure that I received my tri-tip sock box, which was the June sock box, and all of its goodies. The stitch markers that came in that were so darn cute. They're like tiny little chili peppers. Love them. And then while I was there, we actually got out the August sock box. There was not a July sock box. But we did get the August one out, and it is a watermelon recipe with a watermelon sock. So I actually had the pleasure of dyeing this with Tracy. And this is the mini skein that goes with it. And then I actually made myself all of the stitch markers that went with the sock box this time around. They're little watermelons, progress keepers, and then little watermelon seed stitch markers. So I'm really proud of these. They were fun to make. And I really had fun playing with the pattern for the watermelon socks. So it comes with a pattern, and we included like these tiny little watermelon seeds stitches that you do when you come to the black parts of the yarn. So as soon as I finish my blue socks, I will be able to knit watermelon socks. I'm very excited about that. And let's see, what else did we do? Oh, I did buy, so Tracy's got lots of customers who came in and knit in the shop like every day. And one of them, hi Cynthia, was knitting this beautiful top for herself out of Paradise yarn, and I was so jealous I decided I had to knit the same thing. So I totally copied her. I got the same colorway and everything as she did, and I am going to make the same top that she's making. So I actually have, 4 of these. Have enough for a whole top. But it's a really neat concept. It's knit. It's like 2 rectangles that are knit and seamed together, and the stripes are going to be vertical instead of horizontal. So that one will be way fun to do. And I'm going to get ready to do that. I also bought some Kathmandu DK because I'm going to be making a hat for a friend of mine, and I think he will like this yarn really well. He picked out the color. Oh, let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, got some sock yarn for my husband. Knit him a pair of socks. The poor man did let me leave town for 12 days, basically to play. So we have to be nice and make him some socks, some thank you socks. I got a few other things in here. I feel like Mary Poppins, this bag, like, keep pulling out stuff. I got some, I don't know how you say this, Araucania yarns. I have a DK weight and a worsted weight, I think, an Aran weight. So those are pretty. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they're soft and lovely. Got some linen yarn that I might do something with later. It's so hard because everything is so pretty. This is one of my favorite things. I'm going to do something with these together. So this is Olin yarns, which is, I believe, from Ireland. And it is so soft. I wish you could feel this through the camera, guys. You wouldn't even believe. It's alpaca, silk, and cashmere. It's a light fingering weight, and oh my goodness, it is so soft. And I'm going to pair it with this Nature's Luxury Silk Divine, which is a mohair. Isn't that gorgeous? Doesn't that look like a walk in the woods to you? I have not figured out exactly what pattern that's going to be, but I'm very, very excited about that too. So that is all the acquisitions that I'm going to talk about tonight. But I didn't only shop for yarn for me. I did buy some yarn for my grandmother, and she already has it because she helped out my husband while I was gone with my kids, and I was very grateful for that. And I did get some yarn for my sister, Becca, who I'm going to be visiting next weekend. She crochets. Oh, crochet. I didn't tell you about that. I learned to crochet while I was at Hot Springs Fiber Company. They had make and take classes every day where you could come and there would be a teacher there to help you learn to do a short project, and you could finish it and take it for free. And one of the short projects was these cute, cute, cute little ball caps, and they like go on like a bottle or something. You could put them on the top of something like to keep, I guess, like the bugs from drinking your drink or whatever. I thought it was the cutest thing in the world. So, y'all don't laugh. This is my first effort, right? I made one. Anyway, don't laugh. It was a first effort, but I crocheted this tiny little hat. The teacher's name was Deb, and she was great. I have crocheted like a few handfuls of things that I never really understood what I was doing. I was mostly just trying to copy somebody else's how-to video. But Deb was really great about explaining to me what I was doing and what the terms meant and what it was supposed to look like. You can see this one, this little blue one is actually hers that she said I could have. And this white one's mine. It's much, much looser. So this one was my first attempt. And then I went and did a second attempt, which turned out a little bit better, except that he's wrong side out. Because he should have gone this direction, but I wove in the end on that direction. So, whoops. But that one is a little bit more turned out like it's supposed to there. But yeah, they're teeny, teeny, tiny little crocheted hat. So that was fun. I forgot I learned to do that. But anyway, back to my story. I bought a present for my sister who crochets, and I will be giving that to her when I see her next weekend. Now, I have one more thing I want to talk about tonight before I let everybody go. I am totally exhausted. We were crazy busy. We had vacation Bible school the week before I went to Hot Springs. Then I went to Hot Springs and played as hard as I could possibly play with Tracy all week. We dyed yarn. We made stitch markers. We taught classes. We worked in the shop. We went out on the lake with my brother, who happened to be in Hot Springs the same time, even though he lives in Texas too. That was great. Got to see him and my niece and nephew. And we went hiking. I have a whole video of she and I hiking in Gulfa Gorge. If you want to see that, there should be like a little eye up here that'll take you to that video. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I hiked. It took us forever, but she was probably thinking I was the slowest person in the world. But anyway, so I've been pretty wore out ever since I got home, and then it's been crazy here, catching up on things and getting everybody ready to get back in our normal routine. But I did not forget you, my viewers. I do have a wonderful giveaway this month for you. It's buried under all this other stuff. Give me just a moment. We'll find it. We'll find it. Ha ha ha. Sorry about the crinkly sound. But what I did was, I did not have this idea when I was at the first yarn store. So I don't have any yarn to give you from Knit Unto Others because I just didn't think about it at that time. But I did buy a ball of yarn from Arkansas Yarn Co., Hot Springs Fiber Co., and Rich Mountain Fiber Co., which was one of the other yarn crawl stores. And the prize for this month, the giveaway, is going to be one ball of yarn from each of those 3 shops. So since I visited Malvern first, I will show you this. This is what I got from Arkansas Yarn Company. It's the darker side of Pretty, which I believe is actually dyed by Lori's daughter Jess, or Jess and Anna. And it has a cute little Arkansas Yarn Co. stitch marker with it. So the winner is going to get this ball of yarn. Then from Hot Springs Fiber Company, we have one of the camo balls of yarn that we dyed that we're going to give away. This is the orange color, which you're totally getting orange because it's my favorite. And a cute little turtle stitch marker. And then the owner of Rich Mountain Fiber Company, whose name is Missy, I believe, in Mena, Arkansas, also hand dyes her own yarn. So I have a Rich Mountain Fiber Co. Oops, it's upside down. There you go. Rich Mountain Fiber Co. hand dyed yarn for you guys. And this stitch marker right here actually came from Hot Springs Fiber Company also, but I wanted to put a stitch marker on there and I didn't realize I didn't buy one when I was there. Didn't think about it. But one lucky winner is going to win all 3 of these hand-dyed sock yarns from the different Arkansas yarn stores that had owners that dyed their own yarn. So there you go. That's the prize. Oh, and I feel like I say that a lot. I also got from the Rich Mountain Fiber Company, she donated an extra yarn crawl bag. So you will get those 3 hanks of yarn and also your own 2023 Arkansas Yarn Co. Yarn Crawl tote bag. So if you are wanting to win this giveaway, all you have to do is like my video, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below saying, I would like to own these yarns. And if you would like to give them a good home, they will be headed your way. Now I'm going to take you on a very quick tour of Hot Springs Fiber Company so you can see all of the yarns and fun things that are available at my very favorite yarn shop. I had so much fun at the yarn crawl. I hope you guys are having a great night and lots of fun doing your yarny things. Hopefully next month either my mom or my grandma will be able to join us. I apologize for the mess behind me. I did not have anywhere else to videotape tonight other than my office. So now you know what kind of mess I work in all the time. You guys have a great night and I'll talk to you later. Bye.